First up on this list, lie to her. Now hold on, let me be clear, I'm not talking about the big ones. Lies about your location, lies about communication, lies about finances, and lies about how you feel. No, those aren't good. But the little ones, that's where you can bend. So I know in my relationship, my wife, whenever she needs something, she asks me, are you busy? I'd have to say 9 out of 10 times, I think I am. I'm doing research, I'm reading, I'm answering an email. But to maintain the health of my relationship, I've learned that unless it's something incredibly important, I always just simply say, no, honey, I'm not busy at all. How can I help you? So when your partner asks that question, do these jeans make me look fat? What'd you think of dinner? How did it taste? Understand, gents, these are traps. She doesn't want your honesty.
I can't lie.
What the vast majority of women and men want is a little bit of flattery, something to be said to make them feel better. In today's video, gents, we're talking about things that women secretly want men to do. Next up, total stereotype here, but the ladies want a man to be prepared. And shout out to my fellow Boy Scouts out there. Now, for me personally, this is what I always carry in my truck. A portable battery jumpstart that I check every 6 months to make sure it's fully charged. To me, a device like this should be essential in any vehicle you drive. Without a doubt, I use this 3 to 4 times a year, helping other people that have issues with their batteries, especially when the temperature changes. And seems like once every other year, I'm using it on my own truck whenever I forget to turn off my lights. Next up, I got a portable air pump. Very useful for flat tires. A 10,000 pound tow strap. Very useful when someone gets stuck in a ditch and you got to pull them out. A fire extinguisher. I've never had to use it, but I still think it's a good option to carry. A map of your local area. Believe it or not, there are still parts of the world that do not have cell reception. Multi-tools, knives. Incredibly handy in a variety of situations that you can't predict. A first aid kit. Every vehicle should have one, and you need to make sure it stays stocked. And of course, duct tape. Next up on our list, the ladies want you to be smart with your finances. Now notice that I'm not saying that you have to be rich. No, what I'm talking about here is being smart with your financial decisions. I mean, from your perspective, would you want a partner that's reckless with money? No, of course not. All right, so if that's the case, let me ask, what's your credit card balance today? How many credit cards do you actually have balances on? Do you know what all your interest rates are, and are you getting the best deal? Gents, I'm not here to judge you, but I do want to say you need to have your finances in order, and the first part of that is knowing what you owe, to whom, how much, and at what interest rate. Now, gents, having multiple credit cards all with different websites, passwords, balances, due dates, that can be confusing. Well, gents, if you're looking to simplify with one payment in one place, you need to check out today's sponsor, Upstart. Upstart is a fast and easy way to get a personal loan to pay off all your debt in one place online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple, fixed monthly payment. Now, what I personally love about Upstart is how they find smarter rates with their trusted partners by assessing more than just your credit score. With a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate up front for loans from $1,000 to $50,000. You can get approved the same day, and you can receive funds as fast as 1 business day. Guys, if debt is taking over your life, it's time to get a fresh start with Upstart. Now, to find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today, go to upstart.com/RMRS. Now, loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Again, gents, to get started, go to upstart.com/RMRS. All right, next up, the ladies, they want to be romanced. And maybe they've told you this, you've heard this before, but you got to understand, they're like an oven. They take time to warm up to a lot of things. You're like a microwave oven. You're ready to go within seconds. You have that popcorn done, what, in like a minute and a half? For the ladies, it just takes time to warm up. Here's the thing though, once you get them hot, once it's, they're excited about something, they actually do a pretty good job of maintaining that heat and intensity. So there's a lot of benefits, but you've just got to understand that they are not the same as me and you. Nature made men in a certain way that, boom, we're ready to go. And in some cases, the ladies, are like that, but the most of the time, they need to be warmed up. So guys, it's an old cliche, but use it to your advantage. Start in the morning, get them excited about whatever it may be, and it'll pay dividends later. Next up, she wants you to bring back those old school manners. I'm talking about holding a door for her. I'm talking about paying on the first date. These are things I know it's a little bit controversial in today's society, and I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. Agree, disagree? I think, and from the research I've seen, the women absolutely love these old school type of manner techniques. Not overdoing it, but bringing flowers on the first date, you bet. Next up, you want to listen to her behavior and body language, not always what she says. So with my wife, and this is when we were dating. I remember we walked into a store and she saw a necklace. She really liked it, but it was she felt too expensive. She would not buy this piece of jewelry for herself or even ask me to buy it. And I offered to right there. I'm like, hey, let's get a souvenir. She's like, no, I don't. It's too expensive, and we moved on. But I knew that she looked at this. She even thought about it. We talked about a couple outfits before we saw the price. I knew that she would wear this, and when she wasn't looking, I said, hey, I have to run to the bathroom. What I did is I ran back to that store and I purchased it. And I didn't tell her about it. I waited till we got back home. It was like a month later, our anniversary. And guess what she got? She got that necklace, and it blew her away. She's like, wait a minute, this is that necklace. She remembered it. I knew that she had hopes and that she really liked that piece. My wife is not an extravagant person, but I paid attention to the way she reacted to it. I could tell that there was something different about this piece. She doesn't normally look at jewelry, and it was something that, you know what? I'm going to splurge a bit. I'm going to get her something. I'm going to be a little bit patient, and I'm going to deliver so that she will know that I think of her like that. And that's what the ladies love, is that when you put in that extra bit of thought, that you're listening to them, you're hearing them whenever, what they say. Oh, it's kind of like you with that fancy toolbox that you wanted. Yeah, it's like, don't worry about it. But, secretly, you wish people knew that you wanted that huge toolkit or that brand new Ford F-150. You know what I'm talking about. Go with a Chevy. Come on, be a Chevy guy. Point being, is look at the way people react. You can tell when somebody really wants something, and you can make their day when they know that they're heard, even when they don't say a word. So this next lesson took me 15 years to learn, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Hard-earned advice here, and that is just listen to her sometimes. Do not offer advice. And it's funny, I do all these videos, 10 steps to do this, 10 steps to do that. And so when my wife tells me her problems, guess what? Of course, I want to give her, well, here's how you fix it. They don't want a solution a lot of times. It's crazy, but they just want somebody to talk to, somebody to let out their emotions on. And magically, like, the solution seems to find its way there, or it moves on. It's not a big deal anymore once they unload. But if you always try to provide the solution, if you always try to say, hey babe, well, this is exactly what you need to do, if you try to take action too much or get her to take action, that is the wrong course of action. Yes, in some cases it is what you want to do, but most of the time they just simply want to have a partner, want to have somebody in their life that they can unload on and not have anything negative come back to them, which they view sometimes as that whole, the action steps. They don't want to do that. They just simply want you to listen. I know it's tough, but you can do it. Gents, quick question for you. What do you think of today's video? Like it? Dislike it? How about you go down there and smash that like button or smash that dislike button? Whatever it is you want to hit, I'd love to hear back from you, get feedback on whether or not I should make more videos like this. Next up, take the bull by the horns and make the decision. You make the call. Plan out what you're going to do. Whenever she says, hey, what would you like to do? Don't reply with, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Well, I want to do, it's going to go back and forth. Don't be a limp hand here, a limp fish. No, you want to have a direction. Now, I'm not saying that you need to railroad her here. What I am saying is that you need to, hey, I've got a plan. Share it with her. See if she agrees, if she's cool with that, and then go with it. But women appreciate a man with a plan. Again, I'm not saying that you got to overpower her, that you've got to always have it your way. You just simply are presenting, because people are busy. They have a lot of things going on in their lives, and it's really nice. I appreciate it. Whenever I show up, and a buddy of mine, if he's running an event, he's got an itinerary, he's got everything laid out, he's already planned everything, because I'm like, wow, I can actually relax. I can put my legs up and actually enjoy this versus having to be the person to take charge of everything. This is something a lot of women don't want to say it, because we live in a world in which, she's got to be this almost like the alpha dog herself. No, a lot of ladies, they understand, hey, I appreciate it when a man puts in that effort, he brings me in, gets my approval, and then we just simply move forward with his plan. They're cool with that. And if she's not, well, it may be a red flag for you. Now, this next one is really tough because I've got a huge ego, and that is admitting that I am wrong, saying I am sorry, apologizing. Here's the thing, is it worth it to be right and to ruin the relationship versus saying, you know what? Maybe there isn't a right solution here. Maybe I'm just not seeing it from her perspective. I think that this has really enabled my relationship to be stronger because I don't hold a grudge very long, at least in my opinion. But my wife, she'll hold that grudge for a while and she can stay angry. I'm like, wow, like something I did in the morning, she's still upset with. I go for a run and I'm fine with it. But She's a different person. And you've got to realize that it is sometimes just simply worth apologizing, letting that person know, hey, I'm sorry that we had that disagreement, like we fought, and I love you. I care about you. You're important to me. And I just want to apologize. I'm a human being. And I find that right there, even if they don't forgive you at that moment, even if like they're still a little bit frustrated, the next day, or even maybe even a month later, I don't know what your relationship we're talking about here with you, but it is something that I feel better. I sleep better at night knowing that I don't go to bed upset. Maybe I'm a little bit upset, but again, I make that effort to apologize, to be able to let that person know that the relationship I have with them is much more important than me being right all the time, even though I am right all the time, which you guys know. Yeah, got to swallow the ego, guys. You got to apologize, and that is going to make your relationship so much better. All right, Jen, so what video to watch next? How about this one right here? Signs that you're going to be successful. In this video, I talk about the habits. I talk about the things that if you're doing this, you're going to be successful. And if you're not, you need to start doing them. What are they? Find out, gents, by watching this video, which I'll link to as well down in the description.